Should you have a website for your home daycare or your childcare business or a social media enough to get that online visibility and to help you grow your business? My name is Christina Rizakos. We're talking about websites today. Should you have one? Should you just rely on Facebook and Instagram? What do you think? What do I think? Let's talk about this. If you're brand new to my world, welcome. I drop a brand new marketing video every single week. We talk all things social media marketing when it comes to daycares and childcare centers. This video, we're going to focus on a website, and I want to answer this question that I get asked a lot, which is, do I need a website or can I just have my social media page to advertise? Okay. So I want you to think about this for a second. The platforms that we're using, so YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, all these platforms, they all serve a purpose. Okay. And they're all very different and unique in their own ways. So when we're thinking about, social media, people go on social media to do what? To kind of scroll, to connect with friends, to engage, to see what everybody's doing, from their friends list, maybe to laugh if they see a video or two. People are going on social media to kind of spend some time on these platforms, to connect with friends, to send DMs. They're not necessarily going on these platforms to look for daycare or to look for things, right? So just think about this for yourself. For example, what platform would you use if you were looking for a recipe or if you were looking for a doctor, right? What website would you use? I wouldn't go on Facebook or Instagram. I would go on Google, which is a search engine that you definitely need to be on. Now, Google, we know, is the most popular search engine out there, right? And that's not going to change. At least I don't think it's going to change anytime soon. So it makes sense for you, especially if you are running a business, to have a presence on Google, okay? And just having a Facebook page or an Instagram account or a TikTok account for your daycare is not enough because you're not going to be found. So if someone is Googling, let's say Montessori near me, or, I don't know, educational daycare near me or in this town, specific town, you're not going to be found, okay? So you need to understand that you have to position your business in all the right places, especially the places where someone is actively seeking what you're looking for. Okay. So I'll give you a quick example for my business, for our website. So yes, we have a podcast and we have this YouTube channel, but a lot of my clients that are interested in Facebook ads, they find me on Google. And I know this because when we're working together and they have to fill up a questionnaire for me, that's one of the questions. Where did you hear about us? And all of them check off Google. No one is checking off Facebook or Instagram. They're checking off Google, okay? Because they have issues or problems that they need to address. For example, I'm working with a client right now that has low enrollment and they want to invest in Facebook ads. So he went on Google and he typed that specific term, Facebook ads for childcare centers. And guess whose website popped up? Mine. So you need to get in that mindset of making sure that you're treating all the platforms the way they were intended to be treated. And it's not a either or kind of scenario. I think you have to be kind of present a little bit all over the place, at least Facebook and Instagram, but especially Google as well. And it's not something like a website is not something that's kind of nice to have. It's something that is a must-have if you want to stand out, if you want to reach local families, especially the ones that are actively seeking what you are offering, okay? So that's the first thing I wanted to mention. The other thing I wanted to talk about is that a website is just so powerful for many reasons. Number one, you own the data. So I don't know if you guys remember, I think it was last year, Facebook kind of went dark for a few hours and everybody freaked out because they couldn't access anything. You couldn't go on, you couldn't message anybody. I want you to think about that. If you are only relying on Facebook to grow an audience or to have contacts or to DM families that are interested, and let's say this platform, let's say, blocks your account. I've had clients that have gotten, their social media pages, so their business pages were taken over by a spammer, right? It's happened to me already. So you don't own the platform. You don't own, you don't have to agree on the changes that they're making. A spammer can get in there and just kind of delete all the information. So if you're only relying on these platforms, then you are really placing your business in a difficult position, especially if something like a hacker breaks in or you lose your access to your account, or even if the platform goes dark, okay? But if you have a website, it's so much easier for you, especially if you have a website that is mobile friendly, that is growing an active email list, for example, or a texting list. It's so much easier for you to connect with those people that you have on your list with a click of a button because you own that data, you own their information, right? Facebook, you don't own anything, but on your website and your CRM and all, your email list and all the names that parents are giving you, let's say when they're filling out a form, you own that information. So you can take that information and send them newsletters and invite them to open houses and reach out to them on the phone or text them and tell them what's going on in your program. Okay. That's I think the most important part about having a website is that you own the data. The other thing is that this is a great chance for you to not only get found locally when someone is actively seeking what you're offering, but to really position yourself as someone that knows what they're doing. If you have a website that is mobile friendly, that is well developed, that really just showcases what you are about and how you stand out from your competition, you are going to increase that know, like, and trust factor. And yes, someone may call you, off of your website. Someone may send you an email. You can actually get clients to follow you on social media if you want to do that right from your website. But it is something that is just so important because first impressions matter. Parents are going to go on their website and they're kind of going to scroll through and they're going to see what you're all about. So if you've done a good job at basically putting your website together and you're showcasing all your best stuff, the chances of you actually getting someone to click the call button or to send you a message are so much more higher versus someone just finds you randomly on social media. You haven't updated your page in a year and a half because you fell down and you broke your leg last month, and so on and so on. So it's not an either or scenario. It's both. They both work together to help your online visibility and to help you increase your online visibility, right? So that's really, really important. Social media is not enough. I know a lot of home daycare providers don't want to think about putting a website together. They think it's too expensive, it's too complicated, they're not tech savvy, but you can hire someone to do this off of Fiverr or a freelancer, right? You can definitely do this yourself if you have the time. And again, when you're thinking about a website, you always want to be thinking about having the right information on it. Like, we're not writing a novel, you're not copying and pasting somebody else's website or template. You're really putting this out there like the storefront of your business, okay? And you really want to make sure you have all the right information, right? So the first thing you want to think about is having a welcoming message, your mission, and keeping it short and to the point because people are busy. No one's going to scroll through a novel. If it's too much text, people are just going to bounce off the page. So you want to make sure that right from the beginning, they know what your mission is. They know where you're located, how to contact you. Maybe there's a form they can fill out if they want to stay in contact with you. And really just showcasing your unique selling offers, right? So are you Montessori? Are you vegan? Are you nature-based? Have you been in business for X amount of years? Are you offering something so different, amazing, different from your competition that you want to mention? That's what you do. And obviously, social proof is important. And then, if you have the time and you want to get really, really fancy, you can add extra pages where you can upload, your policy handbooks and, your staff page and all that fun stuff. But I would definitely say just a simple landing page with all the right information on it is more than enough to kind of pique the curiosity of someone that is reading, get them to follow you, get them to sign up to your email list, and then just make that good impression that you need, especially in childcare, right? No one's gonna enroll in your program if you're not taking these things seriously, if you're not professional, if your pictures look fake, or if they're just generic images that they've seen over and over on other websites. So it's really important that having a website is important, but also what you're putting on it is also important as well. And just a quick reminder that 80 or 90% of the people that land on your website, they're going to be doing this through either a mobile or an iPad or some type of a tablet. So always keep that in mind when you're putting a website together, that you're looking at the different views and you're making sure that everything is aligned, everything makes sense, everything is clickable, right? That there's not information missing, so that you can increase your chances of getting someone to reach out to get some more information. So is a website important? Yes, for all the reasons that I mentioned above. Now, if you guys have any questions about websites and you want to know something else, make sure you leave that in the comments of this video. Other than that, you guys have an amazing rest of your week. I hope that this video answered your question if you were wondering about websites, and I will see you guys again real soon. Bye for now.